Carey, and I am a real estate agent with the Brennaman Group, and today we're going to do a driving tour of Rivertowne. Rivertowne consists of two large or major sections. One is called Rivertowne on the Wando, and the other one is called Rivertowne Country Club. Today we're going to start on Rivertowne on the Wando, and in the front of Rivertowne on the Wando is a section called the Tributary. The Tributary they started building around 2012, somewhere in there, and so the homes are all fairly new. These homes consist of very high-end finishes. They have smaller yards with a drive-behind alleyway parking and garages, but what makes them really nice is the finishes. The finishes in these homes are absolutely gorgeous, very high-end, and their price ranges anywhere from $450 all the way up to about $600. They're gonna have about approximately 40 homes altogether in this section of Rivertowne called the Tributary. The Tributary also shares the amenities with the section called Rivertowne on the Wando, which consists of tennis courts, a dock that's shared with the community, and also a really nice Olympic-sized swimming pool. So Rivertowne began in the mid-90s overall, and it consists of a 600-acre residential development that has all different kinds of home styles. They're all single-family homes. There are no condos or townhomes in this community. And Rivertowne on the Wando is situated along the Wando River, and there's also some home sites that sit along Horlbeck Creek and or on the Marsh area. These are the first homes that were built in Rivertowne in the late 90s, and they have a nice Cape Cod kind of feel to them. And the price ranges in this section of Rivertowne on the Wando anywhere from $400 all the way up to $4.5 million. There are some custom homes in the back of this neighborhood that really are very nice. So once we get into Rivertowne on the Wando, it does set itself apart from the other section of Rivertowne and the Country Club in that it does not have a particular section. There's no subsections. It's all Rivertowne on the Wando. And there are custom homes, as I mentioned, but there are also tract homes as well, high-end tract homes built by Crescent, which is a local builder here in Charleston, and also D.R. Horton. These homes here that we're driving past right now are D.R. Horton homes, and they all have a different feel. Some have a high elevated crawl space construction, and some are actually elevated drive under garage construction homes, all made out of hardy plank siding. And the sizes consist of anywhere from 2,000 square feet all the way up to 4,000 square feet in this little area of Rivertowne on the Wando. So also, as you can see on Rivertowne on the Wando, as I mentioned, there's a shared dock for the community, but also situated along the Wando as the dock is, there are also these beautiful custom mansion homes that range anywhere from 3,500 square feet all the way up to 8,000 square feet. So some of these home sites were bought and purchased by homeowners rather than developers, and then they contracted and built their own custom homes on these developments. And what's nice about these is they're not cookie cutter. They all have a different feel and look. Some have Spanish tile roofs, some have more of the low country feel, and so it's a really nice community because it's very eclectic in this section of Rivertowne on the Wando. So we are now in the section of Rivertowne Country Club, and what's nice about Rivertowne Country Club and separates it from Rivertowne on the Wando is that it boasts a 516-acre Arnold Palmer signature golf course, actually the first Arnold Palmer golf course built in the Charleston area. And it is a wonderful course. My husband actually plays it all the time and loves it. It sits, partially it sits along the Marsh. Some of the course sits along the Wando River, so it's really a beautifully built course here in Rivertowne Country Club. Rivertowne Country Club's amenities are really high-end in my opinion. You've got a beautiful pool that's nestled along the marsh that we'll show you here. if you ride around on the side. So this is open to all residents of Rivertowne Country Club. It's part of your HOA dues here in this neighborhood, and it's got a beautiful little open air pavilion for picnics and parties. It also has a playground for the kids and a really nice pool. It's actually nice and quiet today, especially, which is surprising for August. And then of course we have the country club itself. The clubhouse is beautiful, has a very beautiful antebellum kind of look to it. And I've eaten there several times for lunch, and I will say that the food there is awesome. So even if you're not a golfer, but you live in the community, it's really fun to come and have lunch, or even they do a lot of neighborhood functions there. So it is an excellent, excellent place to actually go grab a bite to eat. So now we're heading into the subsection of Rivertowne Country Club called Parker's Landing. These homes are a little bit newer. They began building back here probably 2004, 2005, and they're located at the very back section of Rivertowne Country Club. They're upscale homes, and some of them are overlooking the Marsh, and there's some in the very, very back, very tip of Rivertowne Country Club, where they actually have, deep water docks as part of their homes. They consist of 4, 5, and 6 bedroom properties, and home prices range anywhere from the 500s to well over $1 million. And it is probably the highest end community in Rivertowne Country Club. So now we're heading into the section of Rivertowne Country Club that's called Carolina Isle. These are traditional Southern style homes that were also built by Syntex, and they were built anywhere from 2001 to 2005. They have 3 to 4 bedrooms with 2 to 3 baths. They have wide either rear or front porches, and many of them sit along the golf course. They have high ceilings, and some have elevator drive under designs, but most of them have a very high crawl space. Most of these homes are really neat, and a lot of people like them because they have very nice open floor plans, and they go all the way up to 2,800 square feet of living space. So it's a really nice little community. It's very well kept, and they keep the homes, the yards manicured, and the homes are all in really good shape. So it's a really nice community, and I say the prices range anywhere from $400,000 to $500,000 in this section of Rivertowne Country Club. So here in Palmetto Isle, the subsection of Rivertowne Country Club, you have 2 types of homes, one with elevated construction and the drive-under garages, and then some with a high crawl space. A lot of these homes are actually very large 1-story homes with a nice open floor plan, which makes them very desirable just for that fact, because it's very hard to find large 1-story homes in Mount Pleasant because our land is so valuable. So it's hard to find lots large enough to build homes with that tight floor plan. This section of Rivertowne Country Club is called Marsh Isle, and it's a very small subsection of Rivertowne Country Club that has very high-end, almost mansions, and all custom built here in this section of Rivertowne Marsh Isles. So these price points go anywhere from, I'd say, high fives all the way into the $1 million range. The homes on the left here sit not only along the golf course, but they have distant views of the Wando River as well. This little subsection of Rivertowne Country Club is called Pine Isle. These are about 3,500 to 4,000 square foot homes in this little subsection. It's literally consists of 1 street and a cul-de-sac, and these are beautiful homes. They range about $450 to $500 in price point, and most of them sit along the golf course. So the Pointe at North Creek is bordered by the golf course, the Wando River, and several different tidal creeks. These homes are all, for the most part, custom built homes, and they're all elevated homes, mostly built in the low country style, built anywhere from 2003 all the way up till today. The neighborhood features a deep water community dock that's only shared with this subsection of Rivertowne Country Club. The homes range anywhere from 2,000 square feet all the way up to 3,500, 4,000 square feet. And many of the houses in this community have beautiful views of the Wando River and or the Marsh. And there are lots of different opportunities in this community because it has the shared dock for fishing and crabbing. And there's also an opportunity some people are able to utilize. There's 10 boat slips that you can use. Most of the people, I think, are able to use it during the weekend, and then they have to store their boats during the weekend. So you may use the boat slips overnight, and then at some point you can't leave it there all the time. But it's a really nice amenity to have, and it's the only neighborhood like that that has that amenity in Rivertowne, of all of Rivertowne. Another nice feature of the Pointe at Rivertowne Country Club is this nice little park that they have opened up for residents, and it's great because they've got docks that walk out onto the creek, and you can come out here and walk or crab, fish. And so this dock is just a community kind of crabbing, fishing dock. But if you look out past, there's also the dock that you can use that goes onto deep water. You can see it through the trees there, that you can use to park your boat for the weekend if you'd like. So one of the neat things about Rivertowne that I think is kind of neat is that there's this side road that takes you to, and it's almost, you could almost call it attached little strip mall that has a Harris Teeter with Starbucks inside, and it's got a couple restaurants. One is actually really good. It's called O'Brien's. It's kind of like an Irish pub, but they have decent hamburgers and things like that. So here we have O'Brien's Pub and Grill. It's a really quick little drive over from Rivertowne. And then of course they have a dentist, there is cleaners, there's a liquor store, and then you also have the Harris Teeter here with the Starbucks. And what I find kind of fascinating and interesting is that here on this side of the grocery store is specified parking just for golf carts, as you can see here, and or hybrid vehicles. And so I think that's a kind of a nice amenity, although it's really public, but it is kind of nice to have it so close to the Rivertowne neighborhood.